Alright guys, so I am going to attempt a pretty cool picture. Yes, it is a picture, but it's more like a x-ray film inverted type of makeup. I actually wanted to do this sometime last year, but it wasn't Halloween, so I was like, you know, maybe I'll wait till Halloween. It's the month of October. I haven't filmed any makeup look yet for Halloween. Today, we're going to attempt half of the face, which is like a still photo, and the other side, an inverted still photo. Which means it's going to be literally opposite. What is contour is highlight, and highlight, that's contour. I'm going to create this side first as my regular look, and we'll move on to this side. Please be nice. This is my first time doing special effects type of makeup. I normally don't do this, so please be kind, and I hope this turns out okay. Whatever I do on this side of the face, it needs to balance and be the same but opposite colors because it's an inverted type of look. So I have to keep that in mind, and I'm so scared because this is probably the biggest challenge I've ever done with makeup. Some of you guys know I'm not a big special effects and out of regular glam makeup. I do some kind of like Halloween looks, but more on the simple side. I am trying to learn more like special effects, three-dimensional type of looks, so wish me luck today. I was actually really inspired by Nikki Tutorials, YouTube makeup artist. I seen her pictures sometime last year, or it could be like 2 years ago. It's been a while. And I've always really liked that type of makeup, and I was like, that's something I should recreate and just kind of show on my channel. Hopefully I could do just as good as a job as she does. And I never got to it. Like fast forward 2019, I'm like, oh, let's try to do it for this Halloween look. I can multitask and talk to you now doing this side because it's my regular glam. Like once I do this side, I'm just gonna be so focused and I won't be able to talk. I'm gonna try to walk through this process, so forgive me if I end up not really speaking. I'm actually gonna use this new eyeshadow primer. This is by Christian Dior. It's just a cream eyeshadow base. Looks like I swatched it before, but I don't think I've used it. So we're gonna use it today. It still is a transparent finish. It's just a nude color to begin with. And by the way, I got these really cute clips from Manila when I went shopping in one of those Korean stores. I love these. They're nice and tight. They hold the hair in place. I haven't had time to film anything, you know, just getting back into time zone. Since I got back, I thought I was okay with the time difference. For the first day was actually perfect. The second day, my husband woke me up so early. I have no idea why. He was like, I can't sleep. I'm gonna go eat. I'm like, well, I would like to sleep. So that threw me off. I'm actually just gonna do a simple glam. Ish. I recently purchased these melt stacks, and they're pretty cool because it's magnetic and it comes with 4 other shades. You can, ooh, have them out. They do stack on and they're magnetic. I dropped them on the floor and I thought it was gonna crack once it hit the floor. As you guys heard, they are not cracked. This is the only one that damaged because I tried to catch it and I have my little finger mark, but everything else is still intact. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with the color Unseen. I have to really keep in mind that if I'm going to blend really slowly and really nicely, I may have a difficult time on the other side, only because I will be using more of cream-based makeup versus powder. I'm gonna deepen my crease with this, and this is the color Enigma. It's really funny because I'm filming this right now, and in an hour, which I don't think this is going to finish by, I have a friend coming over to do makeup, and we'll see how this goes. I may just have to do makeup with half of my face. So that way I have more time to finish the other side. All right. These blend so nicely. So I'm actually just gonna use like a soft bronzy color for the lid space. I felt like I really just challenged myself really bad, only because my eye shapes are different. I'm gonna have to really mimic this eye to this eye. I've been seeing a lot of Halloween makeup looks lately on IG and social media, and I'm so impressed with everybody. Everyone is just good. So I'm gonna go in with this double wear. And I don't know if you guys ever tried this little super sponge. Yes, definitely Instagram made me buy this. It's basically a silicone sponge, and the bottom is like a regular blender. It's super soft. Makes like a really weird plasticky noise because I know it's silicone based, so it has like this weird. Whereas when you use this side, it's like soft as a regular sponge. I'm like, okay, because this wasn't hard. So I'm still gonna conceal under my eyes like I normally do. Now I'm wondering if this foundation is too light for me. I am gonna use a powder just to set my makeup. I seriously was about to go like this and I forgot I only have half a face. I almost feel like this is a bad idea. So I'm just gonna do some contouring. Normal highlighting. A little bit under my brows. I will need to rim my lower eyes and normal highlighting here. I'm gonna use this new lip pencil by Milk Cosmetics and this color is called Cinder. I'm also gonna use this other new lipstick by Sunnies Face. The color is called Vacay. It's a really pretty brownie orange terracotta. And last but not least, I'm going to rim my lower lashes. So I was able to take a picture of an X-ray vision. It looks really scary and kind of disgusting. I'm gonna show you because I was actually just gonna go off what is contoured in highlight and vice versa and just kind of wing it. But after seeing these photos, I think I should stick to this game plan because again, this is a challenge. So this picture here looks really funny because even with all that makeup, you don't see any of my freckles. This other side, you see all my freckles and my lashes. Second picture I have on the side with my full glam, you can see it's really highlighted, contoured to the areas, and I made it really pronounced, so I went a little ham on that. I'm gonna start off with the eyes like I normally do. I'm just going to basically be in my comfort zone. I'm not gonna try anything different because I don't think the outcome is gonna turn out right. First thing we like to do is eyebrows. I'm gonna do the eyebrows first and I'm going to use this Kat Von D. This is the Lock-It Concealer in Whiteout. I usually keep this in my kit to cocktail different concealer formulations and colors to either dilute it and just basically make my own colors if needed. Today, we're gonna use it on myself and work on the brows. It's extremely pigmented, it's very opaque, and it's literally just white. So I actually don't have a matte white eye pencil, but I'm gonna use this NYX nude color one just to give myself a guideline, and then I'm gonna use the white because in the inverted look, my eyebrows are white. I can't have any of my hairs peeking through, so it must be pretty opaque in white, otherwise it won't have that effect. All right, I got the shape down. This is so nerve-wracking. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that white. Why did I not choose my better side to do this since I have an easier time on the right side? And again, sorry in advance if I'm not talking. I'm trying to. Guys, I don't know if this is opaque enough. After I'm done with the makeup, I will go back in and add some matte white eyeshadow on top if needed. I'll do a picture test. I don't know if it's opaque enough, but as long as they are equally balanced looking, then I'm good. So the next step I like to do is prime my lids. I'm gonna use this ColourPop Aftershock. Knock on wood that there's no Aftershock. Super Shock Shadow, and this is in white. Using my fingers to apply this on. Okay, is this dried? What the heck is this? Okay, I don't know what's going on with this product, but I'm gonna use this sponge and blend it out. By looking at the picture, it looks like my crease area here will be the lightest color. So I mixed some colors from my Makeup Forever Flash palette. I took this teal blue and I mixed it with a little bit of white to a teal seafoam color. I tried to mix some powder ones, but it just came out a little too blue in my opinion. We're gonna try this out and mix these. Again, I don't know how I feel about mixing a cream versus powder. Ooh, I'm so scared. So it should just be in the crease. Looking at this should be the lightest color, which is in the crease. And as I transition here, it should be a little bit darker because it needs to be opposite. For this makeup portion, I'm really happy that I have these Luxie brushes because it actually blends cream and liquid products a little bit better. Normal tip, I tell everyone it's easier to add than remove. In this case, I'm going to do this because I am kind of scared, not really sure what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna keep on building the color from the palette I have on my hand. And again, just really focusing this on the crease. Really wanna have a nice depth in my crease like I do on this corner. I'm gonna take more of a tapered shadow brush and I'm just going to focus this right along here. I hope this color isn't turning out too blue. It should be more of a seafoam turquoise green. Next, I'm going to add a matte white shadow on the outer crease. The darkest, this should be the lightest part. And I'm gonna slowly blend it into the outer V of my crease like I normally do on this side. So now I need to work on my lid space here. I didn't do a crazy cut crease because it's softly blended here. Kind of kept it safe. I'm gonna do the same thing on the lids that I did here to here, but instead of using a lighter color, it's going to be black. So it's gonna be black mainly around here, which is the lightest, and then these two colors will be lightly diffused from the white to that black, if that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna need some concentration here. I'm just using a traditional matte shadow at this point. So now how I always talk about my shadows being light to darker and darker to lighter, have a nice little gradient kind of look. This should be the same. So darker to lighter and lighter to darker opposite. So once I'm happy with the blending and softness from the colors, then I can move on. But again, like I mentioned, it's easier for me to just blend as I go. Once I finish with my eyes, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit because right now it's drooping down a slight bit. Now I need to carve my brows. I didn't do it first just because I wasn't sure how this is gonna play out, if I needed to blend more or not. It looks like it's blended enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and carve my brows, and instead of using a traditional concealer or white, of course, we're gonna use black. Out of my flash palette, I'm gonna use this black with a lined pencil or eyeliner brush. Okay, I just looked at the picture, and what I need to do is carve my brows with black and highlighting in reverse, meaning dark to lightest, and that's where this empty gap will be filled up. So looking at my eyes here, I would need to have more color here. Make sure I don't put it too low. But I do need to carve the rest of my brows. At this point, it is kind of funny to me is that I'm happy that I don't really have a deep eye crease right now, only because the blending techniques is a lot easier and softer. But of course, I wish I had more of a deeper eye set because the eyeshadows will look different on me. But for this look, I think this is awesome. So I honestly feel like this is probably of a challenge because blending these colors isn't easy, guys. So props to those who gets this on point. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my inner eye ducts, which I normally do with the highlighter. But of course, since it's gonna be a light color, we're gonna jump in with the black. And I usually just do a soft color in the center. I don't go too crazy, but I do bring it down to my lower tear duct a slight bit. I'm going to rim my lower lash line, and I use that crease color, that matte one on the outer corner, and I use this lid space in here. So again, we're gonna make this opposite. We're gonna use that black here and then the lighter here, but I should have a slight gap from my lash line to my actual cheeks because in the picture, it does have like a white eyeliner type of look. I know I look so funny right now, but I promise the end result will be great. This lash won't stick because it has too much of that white on there. I basically painted the eyelashes white. I've been messing with it, so there are some black spots, so I have to go back to that. So I'm just gonna let that dry because it keeps on fiddling around. While that's drying, I'm gonna work on complexion. I'm gonna be using cream products only because it's easy to blend and fix mistakes. Again, starting off with the white, I'm going to contour and then highlight with the black in between. Now I'm gonna mix the blue with a little bit white because I still want it to be a little bit more on the navier side. May add a little black if needed for the darker colors in between, which would be the highlight. Now I'm like, do I do dark first or light first? To be honest, I had to stop filming just because my friend came in and I had to do his makeup, and I'm so scared this had dried where I can't blend. But anyways, I'm glad I stopped because I noticed that this wasn't further in enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and detail this a little bit further to fill up the rest of the face here and complete the look with more shadowing. And at this point, I'm gonna use a cream first to define and shadow more of the chin and forehead, of course around here and here, and I'm gonna use the powder to blend away. I'm thinking this is how I put on my highlights, so I want to still have that nice C-shape figure there. This should be the contour. So my light died, maybe because someone shouldn't be here for like 10 hours doing this. At this point, I'm just defining each area a little bit. I'm gonna do this last layer and I'm gonna start blending with the shadow. I just feel like some areas the depth wasn't as great. It was looking like a mess. It's starting to come together now. It's very tedious and everyone has their own way of doing this, but I just felt like it just needed more in certain areas. See, now I feel like this part is too blank and flat, so I need a little bit more definition of black just right here. And again, just treating this as if this is the baking powder, which is usually what we usually tend to bake with to really sculpt out our cheekbones or our contouring. See, now they're starting to get a little depth. So now for the lips, it should be the same kind of teal color on the lids. Since I did use more of like a peachier liner, this is gonna be the lipstick and we'll do the liner later, which is like the highlighting. Then I'm just gonna define the outer parts of my lip a little bit. So because my hair is parted on the side and I have this divided line in the middle, it looked funny. So I just parted my hair from the center back. This is the final look. As you can see, it's totally opposite. This is glam color. This is basically X-ray vision. X-ray vision? Basically what's contoured here is light here. I like to chisel my chin with a little bit of bronzer and highlight. So I highlight of course here, but I do bronze it out here. The sides of my hairline is always going to be dark, so it's going to be light here. I usually put a little bit at the center, so it kind of fades from dark to light. I have my traditional highlight and contouring on the sides here, so all that dark area is gonna be dark. This was a really fun look. It is very tedious. It took me about 3 hours on and off. I had to keep referencing to pictures to make sure the reflection is right, and this is what I came up with. I just feel like I'm so dirty. It was supposed to be really dramatic and it's just all up in my eye. Again, this is my first take on this look. I thought I did okay. It wasn't like the best. Looking forward to doing more and challenging myself. One thing that really sucked is that I don't have white contacts. I have really sensitive eyes. Didn't really want to put anything in my eye, although I got a whole bunch of this white stuff in my eye. I think that would have totally completed the look if I had white contacts. I hope you guys enjoyed my first Halloween look for October. I am so late in the game. I am hoping to add more makeup videos, and of course I'll do the traditional Day of the Dead makeup on November 1st. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.